Well, it's about to be evening. I was waiting for a package, and I could see literally down the street, but it has 6 stops left. I was gonna use it for this video for a because the sale ends tomorrow, so I was gonna edit this later and then have it up. So if y'all wanted to get something, but it's taking too long. So unless I get an alert when I finally get to that part of my face, yeah. Let's see. My face is good. I'm moisturized. It is 67 degrees and it's currently drizzling. Where am I going? A Taste of Melanin has another event tonight. It's something regarding like Valentine's Day, like love in this 2025, or, you know, just dealing with the apps and technology and social media and how that affects finding love, stuff like that. I'm going mostly to support the group that I used to go to happy hours with all the time. They're doing a part, they're kind of co-sponsoring it. I'm going to support them. And just see what people say. I'm not on the apps. I've been there, done that. I've moved on. Yeah, I'm not on the apps. And recently I've gotten like Facebook alerts for the dating program. I'm like, I haven't been on there, so why all of a sudden are people try to match up unless it's for Valentine's Day? I'm like, yeah, no. So I'm not even checking those alerts, notifications. I'm just like, yeah. Let me put this over here. And so, since it's also drizzling, luckily my foundation is a matte foundation, and I will use one size. I wasn't planning on it, but since it's supposed to rain tomorrow, not today, so because of that, I will. Okay, why are these sitting like this? I will use the one size today, and in addition with my LYS. Still using mostly black products. We are using Danessa as a primer. And she just came out with a glowy version of this. And I don't, again, I live in Phoenix. I don't need to glow. I don't know if it still does, keeps your face matte, but glowy. I don't know. I didn't watch Teach Me Tuesday this week. I think I watched like a second of it towards the end. Because time change, I forget what time it comes on. And so I'm on my lunch break, and usually on my lunch break, I don't want to be on technology. I don't use really any technology during my lunch break. I start, I'll catch up on certain notifications. But otherwise, I pretty much do my lunch. I will just lay on the couch, just lay in the bed, or run errands like, what's today? Today's Thursday? Yes, Thursday. I swear that was Friday, or yesterday. I thought it was further along than it is. What did I do yesterday? So there's this food truck that I thought was going to be at the place where I bought my wig. And it turns out there's another place that has a similar name. That's where he was at. Because I went to the place where I bought my wig, and I was like, there's a food truck. Apparently I wasn't the only person who thought there was going to be a food truck. So I was like, oh, okay. Let's get... So that was... So they're like, what? Food truck? What? The people in the store. Anyway, also at that store is 30 Wednesdays is Wig Wednesday for them, and I follow them. And yes, the wigs are 30% off on Wednesday. Make sure you mention that if you go in there. It's United Beauty Supply and Wig. I don't know who sent me that text. Oh, not text, a message on Instagram. A fellow filmmaker who's currently in town. I've been talking to off and on today. I'm like, did I set my eyebrows? And of course, the closer's on like usual. Can't really watch anything else. Men in Black is on, but I don't feel like watching Men in Black. The first one. I like the third one a lot. And what I've been using actually is your fingerprints. I literally just pulled this out of the package, and this is from sitting here. LYS, the pressed powder and translucent, and that's what I used for my eyebrows before I did them, and what I'm using right now. And I'm just taking a brush, I'm going like that. See, it looks like that. And I could probably do that, but because I want it on my face, that's why I haven't been tapping it off. So I'm using that, trying that out. I still have a little bit of Amicole left, the loose powder, but we're trying that since it just came in last weekend, and I haven't gotten anywhere since it came in. It came in Monday. That's why I haven't gotten anywhere since Monday. Anyway, the delivery truck was like 6 stops away, and I'm like, it kept going. It was on one street. I know exactly what it was, and then it came back, and then it was coming this way, and then it went back for some reason. I'm like, where are you going, Pa? Where are you going? So we're using Fenty. We're using mostly Fenty products. I do have an eyeshadow stick for Fenty, but I have two, black one and a brown one, but they're both kind of old. I think, I don't know if they're expired or not, so I'm like, am I gonna use that or not? So we're just gonna, so that much, which, yeah, that's enough. So I don't want to use it, which is why I was hoping. That the package would get here. The thing about deliveries lately, they're not consistent. Sometimes they will deliver it to the door. Other times they will freaking knock on your door, scare the hell out of you. Knock on your door, and then as you're opening the door, they're taking the picture. And I'm like, why'd you knock? You could just put it down. So we're using a sponge, so I know that's going to absorb most of this, part of it, so which is why like I said, I want a light kind of layer thing. I'm not trying to do a full coverage or anything, just kind of a light look. But yeah, then other times they'll put it in a packaging, like the other day, as I ordered a wig again. And so I was waiting for it, thinking, okay, they're going to come while I was asleep or what have you. So I stayed awake. I laid on the couch specifically so that I would be right there to get it. And that's when they put it in the packaging. Like, really? So I just, since I was up, it was interrupting my napping time anyway, so I just went. I picked it up out of the package room. Because I would be tempted to add more coverage, but that's when you end up getting more. And I'm like, with this, I'm like, I know it's going to sink in, so it's fine. Because I'm seeing the little bit of coverage right there, which is fine. Oh yeah, obviously, if you kind of see it, this is Pastel Purple. This is by Bright Hair, B-R-I-T-E, which can be got at Target. I'm thinking they have a website as well if you're not going to Target these days. So, but, and they have them at Walmart too. I'm trying to think where. But I've been holding off on putting this on because you have to bleach your hair first, wait 2 to 3 days, and then put it on. I did once try to put it on when my hair was dark. It did nothing, of course, because I have very dark hair. So since I bleached my hair last week before Valentine's, I waited a few days, and then, because I had just sitting there, just waiting. And then I just went in and, so absorbed that much. And then I waited and then I just bleached it. I wasn't going to bleach it. I went back and forth about, not bleaching, I was going back and forth about dyeing it. And then finally just do a heart. You see how mangy that heart is? That tells you right there what kind of night it might be. Let's just sense that out. I'm like, what is going on here? So, which I don't know why it's capable to do that. They have these not monthly or every other month kind of talks about relationships and people, whatever, by another group. And I'm surprised he's not connected with this tonight. I haven't gotten to those because I've watched some of the videos. We're going, of course, Fenty contour of some of the conversations had. And it just, I'm going to say a negative. It just comes across people are being defensive or what have you. Like I said, it's not. I just, like I said, it's not like necessarily a negative environment. It seems like people are on the defense at these things, or people aren't willing to listen to what other people have to say about things today, or it's like I said, I support the people who put them on. It's just necessarily, do I want to pay money, subject myself to being in a room, listening to people not necessarily complain and not wanting to do anything about it, or people I just want to say these days sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Let's move on, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm using the double-ended today. I did wash some brushes yesterday and I washed them the other day, but something I had to rewash. I'm like, it's Fritz. And yeah, it's just because I had talked about to this one guy once about, he's like, are you going on? I was like, yeah, I don't want to think I want to subject myself to that kind of environment. And he understood what I meant. So I'm like, okay. Because I don't want to say this, it's, I don't say we have a lot of bitter people, but there are a lot of jaded people, I guess you could say, dating in the world today. And I'm like, don't want to subject myself to being in a room full of jaded people. People who need therapy. Men and women. So I was like, So this is, the person running this tonight is actually a therapist. So maybe they'll make it different. Because I think sometimes when you communicate, you got to kind of say, okay, what I'm hearing you say, what I'm thinking, what I imagine you're saying, or, is this, instead of putting words in somebody else's mouth. And they can correct you or not. Like, no, that's not what I said, kind of thing. Versus people just being offended by things. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'll blend out some more as soon as I blend out the contour. I'm using that. We're using double-sided for this too. I'm using this for the contour. So yeah, it starts at 6, and I'm hoping the 6 to 7 is like the networking, whatever kind of part that the group I know is doing that, hopefully. And it's not being one of those things, because like I said, last week I went to that thing, it didn't start till 6:45, and I'm like, why does everything you're advertising say 6? And nobody was there till 6:45. I'm like, oh, it didn't start till 6:45. I'm like, tell people that. And I realized this is my face. So before, when I was spending all that time in my last video, it's my face. I don't know why all of a sudden I have dark spots right there. Edam, E-A-D-E-M, has this dark spot, kind of milky serum or whatever, but it's $68. And I was gonna buy it for Black History Month, and I'm like, okay, $68. But also, I think it's a female brand, so I could buy it in March. Yeah, and then I know Clinique, I guess, Andrea Renee is using a Clinique dark spot remover or whatever. And that one's $64, so I'm like, I think she's also like a partnership with them. I just want to even out my face. So, I prefer to go with Edam, but getting that $68. So yeah, and I still have a $10 like coupon from Sephora, because that's what it's sold, other than buying it directly from Edam. So, because every time I buy something from Sephora, they're like, do you want to use your $10 off? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm saving it for the right purchase. And that would probably be the purchase. Because I realized, so Patrick Ta's Duo Blush in She Know What She Wants, that's terracotta, that I was thinking about getting. Juvia's Places cream blushes. They're in Ulta now. They are not on the app. I saw them in the store. They are not in the app. But you can buy them. They will ring up. They won't come up in the app when you scan it while you're in the store, but if you go to buy it, they do. So they have a terracotta one, black brand. I'm going to just go with that versus Patrick Ta and cheaper. I want to say it's 16. I'll put the proper, I wrote it down somewhere. So I'm like, okay. And yes, I know it won't have the powder with it. And I think some of the ones I already have, the powder at Juvia's Place, will work if I mix them to set. So, and I swatched yesterday, since I left the house to go to the one store. I swatched them in the Ulta by my house, which I was surprised they had them, because they get stuff late. And all of them was sold out already, but she's supposed to get more today. That's why I asked her. I didn't end up going to get it. I'm like, okay, again, I'm trying to wait to buy things tomorrow. And so, but I swatched it. It was nice. So I was just like, okay, what powder blush do I have to go with it? I already have, and I have to buy to go with it. Okay. Okay. And this was the whole bottle, because like my edges, it was fine yesterday, but, well, it was, and then the edges right here were all blonde, or grayish kind of blonde. So it was growing out, so I did it the whole head all over again, because I started here, and then I was like, I have enough. I just did the whole head. So people with long hair, they definitely need more than one bottle. For me, that's short hair. And I still see some of the blonde right here. So probably I won't be dyeing it this color again, or use that product if it doesn't hold as long. Which happens. Okay, I'm going to take this, the foundation side, kind of over the edges. Okay, put that down. And let's do the nose contour. Now see right there, even though I put the Danessa right there, I have oily lids. Like, I'm trying to stay using mostly black products. Otherwise, I'd go in with a MAC to get in there. Maybe because when I did it, I was like this, and I should have, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. What time is it? Okay, yeah, I still have some time. Because this is a simpler face. So now we're going to go in with, we're going to set, oh, let's do under eye first. So with under eye, I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to take and go like that. Okay. I'm going to put this down. And then to even it out. I think by doing that, I have to go in more. They also say use a brush, so I don't know. I should just use a brush instead of what I'm doing. It's one of those things, learning curve kind of thing. So again, I'm going like that. I think it's going out tonight. My shows are on, my Thursday night shows. First 48, this new show, Homicide in New Orleans, and the Fugitive in Mexico show. Okay. So we see, yeah, I see it's definitely. And then, so put that there. And then I'm going to go with the bronzer. And, what brush am I using? Again, using this side. Because it's pointless to use a whole other brush. Just because it's fluffier. I'm not going to just pounce out some off on my hand. Which by doing that much is on there. So I'm going to start here. Usually when I start up here, I know the most is coming off right there. And because of my hairline is why I was trying to start elsewhere. Since this is a denser brush. Okay. And we are not done with that, so we are eyeshadow. I haven't gotten the alert that my package is here, so I was specifically sitting here waiting, watching TV, waiting. I'm like, okay, watching where the truck was. So I'm like, it take that long, and it was only 6, 7 stops away. I'm like, that means people all up down the street have packages. And I realized I was looking up at photos. I have done this look mostly, other than the lip liner I'm using today, and obviously the new setting powder. I've done most of this look before. The thing is, the photo I took after and outside and everything, but when I went to where I was going and I had tried on a dress, and the dressing room, my face looked different. That tells you it settles. And I'm like, that's not the same face. Because when I left, the face that I left and how I looked, it's very casual, everyday, whatever. I'm like, but then the photo that I took in the dressing room, I'm like, other than what the dress I was wearing, but my face, I was like, that's a whole different face than how I was looking. So that's why sometimes when I do my face, I'm like, I don't know what's going to look like by the time I get to where I need to go. And I did take a picture at the Toco Madera where we were, but the lighting there is horrible, first of all. It's, if you get there, we got there at 5:15, whatever, it's fine, there's light in there. But as the sun goes down, because it has windows, they have a lamp on the table, but otherwise it's relatively dark in there. It's, yeah, you can't really see much in it. So taking a photo or whatever is also as greatest. I took a picture of, that's my meal planning people. They like to send a text the day before and then like twice on the day of. And so I had taken a picture in it, but it wasn't a great picture because, again, the lighting was horrible in there. Like, we didn't do a group photo or anything. It was pretty cool. I mean, the food, again, that food was just expensive for no reason, expensive. But I did like the squid calamari. Because I got a cocktail, a margarita, prickly pear margarita, the calamari, which was a good amount. And then dessert was a brown sugar butter cake. That was the best. It was amazing, that dessert alone. The birthday girl got a free, dessert, which she didn't order dessert, but I knew she was going to end up with free dessert because when we first sat down, he was like, when do y'all have a birthday? And she's like, yeah. Like when we first got there. So I'm like, nobody would ask that unless something is coming eventually that's going to be part of that. Okay. So we're done with that. And then blush. We are using blush. I know it doesn't look like I was going to, but we weren't using liquid blush. So this is obviously very pink, what have you. But it won't look that pink when we're done. So I'm going to go in both. Pat some of that off of my hand. Just right there. Like, that's so light, I can't even see it. Okay, there we go. Okay, then I'm gonna take the other side. Just kind of, and then I'm gonna take the one I used for bronzer. And I'm just gonna go in the light one. Just tap a little bit and tap. I could have just taken what was on my hand, and also kind of go with my eye a little bit. I know whatever I do right now, it's not gonna look like much, but once it sinks in, I'll see later in the photos. I'm like, okay, the pink is there. For some reason, the Britney Spears song "Lucky" stuck in my head. I think it's somebody's fault because I watched a reel yesterday that had that song in there. Let me go up a little. First, I'm gonna go like that. Okay. I need to call my mother. I'm trying to think when I talked to her last. She asked me about something. She asked about the funeral, which I have a time for, which I was going to only take part of the day off. Once I saw the time of it, I'm just going to take the whole day because it's pointless for me to work a few hours and then have to stop and then clock out, get ready, and then go because that church is at least 30 minutes away. And then afterwards, a repass. I had to look that up because I'm like, I don't know what a repass is. So I looked that up. Yes, I'm 46 and have never. Okay. I'm like gathering of people after a funeral. Okay. Move this down because I go like that. And I see. Okay. Okay, now we're going to set the rest of the face. I'm using this fluffy one again. I haven't used this one in a while. Looks like there's dust on it. I had to wipe dust off it. But yeah, ultimately, I did get a deal away. 30% off. And it was like the one I had seen in South Phoenix that was more expensive. The curls aren't the same, but it's doing that. But it's still wavy or curly. And the bangs, I like the bangs on this one. Yeah, it's way too much powder. So let's get my hand. I haven't read, I should have read if it's had flashback because y'all saw how bright my face was. So, and you see it there. So I was like, Okay. And I'm going to take this. I was going to bring another brush. I should have. So I'm going to go in all the way as first. We saw that fan was not working. To charge it again. Something the other day told me I should charge it. Did I? Obviously not. Luckily, I have the backup charger. A fan. Okay. Because it's supposed to rain till 6. At least my car is on a port, but still gotta. I was holding my breath, so that's why the last part I was like, okay, let me continue to hold it because I kind of went like that, so I was going up my nose. Okay. And it's not shiny like it normally would be. But we are going to, I hesitate to do this. So some, I swear I just hit a mail truck. Okay, I'm gonna close that. It has a little magnet, so right there. So when you go like that, snapshot. Again, your fingerprints on these things. Anything pretty much shows on my hand is on them. Okay, so the eyes are done other than, let's just do the mascara now. Because I'm not doing the eyeshadow look other than the simple one that, since the package, basically the package was a Minted cosmetic product, which we know I'm a beta, whatever, ambassador, what have you. And they have until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, well, hopefully this will be up tomorrow, Valentine's Day, 11:59 p.m. Valentine's Day. If you use the code VDAY20, you get 20% off. So say if this is up or not out by then, because that buffing, uploading, processing, sometimes on YouTube you cannot count on. Then you could use my code DreaMag15 and get 10% off, which pretty much covers shipping. So, either way. So we're using Hella Thicc, Fenty Hella Thicc for the mascara, the mini that I have. My stomach is growling. What did I had, for lunch I had, not really lunch. I'm already planning to go to McDonald's after I leave this place. I had, green pepper and a hummus cup. I'm supposed to, that's part of the thing that GPT suggested was hummus, whatever. And so I found these cups. They're a decent price, 6 of them. And just, instead of buying chips, I was very conscious and I wanted cucumbers, but they had these mini ones. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not gonna eat all those mini cucumbers in time. So I just bought 2 bell peppers for like, I think it was like $1 or $1.99. So that turned out to be, I've been eating it. Okay. So lip liner, we're using Fenty. You gotta blend it out before it dries down. And turns out with these, people complaining about you can't sharpen them to point anymore, which I haven't been trying to because I've shined enough videos. A soft point has been good for me. If you take this off and then take a Q-tip and push it, this will come up. Ohema, she's the one who said that. So all the people who would ever having trouble with those, there you go, that's a solution. If you don't watch Ohema, I gave you a tip from Ohema. I've not learned that. I just soft sharpen, and I've been fine with the soft sharpening. Turns out one of the girls, she does that as well. Okay, and then this is not Black brand, but with the lipstick I'm going to put on top of it, it works better if you have a base to put it on top of. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, or the KISSING one in Deep. So there's that. And when I use Fenty Beauty and Rivi, again, it works better if you have a base, a pink base, and I have pink mattes that I can put this on top of. So I do. So this is in Rivi. I can even just do that. I don't know why, but lately, like, my lips just have been dry. I'm like, and it's not chapstick. Doesn't matter what chapstick. Unless I use my lip mask, and sometimes my lip mask in the morning is not working. But most of the time, this is what I use, is the Fenty Pudding and Salted Caramel. It was a limited edition, but Black Friday, got it, and I like it. Okay, let's put on earrings, and then we can go. Yeah, I'm finishing at a good time, because I don't know if it's light enough outside for me to take photos. And then the boots I'm wearing are my Timberland point boots again, which have a good grip, so if I have to walk somewhere wet, I will be fine. So there's that. So this, I'm off to listen to this panel or talk about dating in 2025, social media, what have you, finding the one. Yeah. It's just not my tea. Okay. So yeah, I will talk to you later. Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Love who you're with. Love yourself. All that jazz. And I will talk to y'all later.